doing trucking. There's so many Somalis who drive trucks. Our friends who drive trucks who are Somalis, and I don't know why most of them would want to do that, because I see even Somalis in Kenya, where I come from, a lot of them drive the trucks. It's something that maybe they love. So what are the processes? Welcome back to this channel. If it's your first time, please subscribe, and if you're coming back, please comment and let me know where you're watching this video from, so I can actually recognize you in a special way. So right now, let me grab my glasses and we can talk a little bit about the US and traveling and stuff. Let's go. So the temperature right now is 37. It's warm. Look outside. We're expecting a very big snowstorm, maybe tomorrow. That's why you see people doing the windshields that way, so that they don't have trouble when snow ends the next day wiping their car. So I'm having my tax documents here because it's the tax season here. You file your taxes every year. It's a requirement. So look outside. I've done a couple of videos here and you've seen how this place looks like. So it's gonna be a snowstorm maybe in a few days from now. So we're hoping that it's not gonna be so bad, because before it's been snowing a lot, but like recently this year I think I've witnessed the most snow in the history of Minnesota. And sometimes when this snow happens, people die, you know. People die, people get trapped in the snow, people get trapped in the cars can't move, the emergency vehicles can't move, and it's a nice experience. It looks beautiful though, looks pretty. As I said before, here in Minnesota you don't see a lot of people walking around. That's one of the culture shocks that you have to experience when you come here. What are we doing today, guys? Get ready for this video that we want to do today. So today I want to talk about the jobs to do with truck driving, right? If you've seen videos that people do about the US, they talk about trucking jobs and that they pay a lot. But specifically I want to talk about the Somalis who are doing trucking and how they say about trucking. So guys, I'm trying to actually go and find a place I can sit and talk to you. So guys, it's snowing, but I have to do this video, you know. This is outside. That's how it looks like. It's gonna be a snowstorm. Today is gonna be a snowstorm. But I'm gonna do this video no matter what. Snow is good, but I don't like when it's too cold, when it's negatives and negatives. Right now it's 37, 38, 38. The Kenyans, see that? It's 38, and for us here in Minnesota this is warm. Look at outside. So if you need to come here, get prepared for this kind of weather. So the video we're doing today is about trucking, and just finding a place I can sit and talk to you guys. Let's go. I wanted to get to this place so that we can actually talk. There's good lighting here, and of course I grabbed some coffee for myself. As I was saying, but for me in this video I want to give you the basis, the basic knowledge, the basic things that you need if you want to venture into the trucking industry, into the trucking business. First things first, so stay here, don't move. In this 15 minutes I'm gonna take you through what you actually need to do the trucking business in Minnesota or all over the US. So one thing you have to do is you have to get your commercial license. As I said before, you need to study for this, you need to go to class. you need to also pass what we call a written test. You know, you go there, you log in the computer, click, 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 answer those questions. There's free coffee here, and I have copies of what I was doing. So guys, let's talk about trucking business in Minnesota, specifically here. So Somalis are known for doing trucking. There's so many Somalis who drive trucks. Our friends who drive trucks who are Somalis, and I don't know why most of them would want to do that, because I see even Somalis in Kenya, where I come from, a lot of them drive the trucks. It's something that maybe they love. So what are the processes? So I think here you need a driving license, but you must have a commercial one, the commercial driving license. And for this, sometimes you need to go to school for it. You go study, you go to driving school, study, and book an exam here. I think they do the knowledge test, and of course you do the behind the wheel test. Then you have that commercial driving license. Then you can start going on the road. But as I was saying, but for me in this video, I want to give you the basis, the basic knowledge, the basic things that you need if you want to venture into the trucking industry, into the trucking business. First things first. So stay here, don't move. In this 15 minutes, I'm gonna take you through what you actually need to do the trucking business in Minnesota or all over the US. So one thing you have to do is you have to get your commercial license. As I said before, you need to study for this. You need to go to class. You need to also pass what we call a written test. You know, you go there, you log in the computer, click, 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 answer those questions, what those signs mean. If you pass that one, then you need to hold on. So actually, if you go online for the Department of DPS, Department of Water Service, like DMV, used to be DMV, you will find the manual for what you actually need, so that you can actually study and prepare for that commercial driving license. Another thing you have to do is you have to choose a trucking company. Decide which company do you want to work with. FedEx, there's DHL, there's UPS, there's YoU, there's Holland. There's so many companies. Choose the one that you want to work with. Decide. Then if you make a decision, you can start applying for the jobs. But before that, you have to know that there are smaller companies, there are big companies. Which one is the one that you want to work with? You sit down and decide. And actually, you need to look for things like, how do they pay? Do they have benefits? Do you have to be on the road even if the weather is bad? Like that one. Like the companies that don't allow you go on the road when the weather is bad. So you actually decide. Step number 3 after choosing the company, step number 4 is you complete the training. So if you get a job, in every company they have to train you. They have to make sure that you know the job. So you get trained, so that before you hit the road, you understand, what do I do in the truck? You might have passed the exam, but are you able to actually know what happens? How to put freight in the trailer, how to lock the trailer, how to get closer to the dock, because you might have just passed the test. You need to get ready to also do the training specifically for the company that you want to work with. Another thing is, now you hit the road, you know, where the rubber meets the road. Here you've completed your training. As a truck driver, you're responsible, you know, for making sure that you deliver goods, because most of these things they actually deliver stuff. You know, you carry goods and you bring these goods to the customer from a company, from a warehouse. You now hit the road, and you need to know how to navigate. You know, like you're on the road, how to use the maps, you know, how to talk to the customers if you want to deliver goods, how to talk to the warehouse people if you're getting stuff from the warehouse. Then after that, step number 6, now you build your career. Let me go and sit down there. So After so many days of practicing, becoming a pro, now you're building your career. Sasa umekuwa mtu wa career. This is your job. Now you decide, now you wanna drive big trucks, you know. You're having more experience, you know. Your pay becomes even more. And sometimes you can even choose to buy your own truck, you know. You become the employer, you know. That is step number 6. And of course, in conclusion, you have to know that this job is not as easy because you spend so many hours on the road. You spend so many hours driving and sitting. You need to also know that you have to prepare to take a break. Some of these trucks have an automated system whereby you drive for a number of hours, they have to stop. The engine stops and you have to find a parking so you can rest, because this job needs all your attention. You're being on the road. But all that said, you can make good money if you need to choose to be on the road and drive trucks. This is how outside looks like, guys. And of course, I thank you so much. The Somalis are doing good in this kind of business here in Minnesota. I have a couple of them. I'll bring them on board. We discuss. If they have ideas, they can share their ideas with you as well. Before you go, please subscribe, and let's meet again in my next video. Bye.